And here I was just last week talking about how, yo, Frankie MVP, none of the Straw Hats are on Frankie's level. This is like another tier of battles, and Frankie just in general is the GOAT. And then Robin, One Piece 1021. Oh my gosh, Robin fam, I've waited so long. It's been 84 years, lad, for this type of moment for our girl Robin, because it's interesting. It's almost like kind of a commentary of something maybe even some of the fandom might say regarding Robin, with some of the insults and some of the bull crap that Mario was spitting at her regarding her battle capabilities and her mind. A lot of the times, yes, Robin, and for the longest time, I don't know how many years it's been now at this point since she's had a proper fight, but it's been some time. It's been some time since we've had a fight with Robin, and for the most part she has been brains. But seeing this form, this side of Robin that I didn't know our girl had, oh my god. Can y'all say it with me? I think we need to say it together, fam. Y'all know where the hype levels are right now. Let's talk a little bit of that One Piece greatness. Robin, you demon, I love it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, so speaking of Frankie, real quickly, I do want to address that cover page because I feel like I spoke that shit into existence. Remember last review where I was talking about like, yo, Frankie, he's had some really insane moments and he always gets overlooked, like that big battle that he had with Senor Pink, and then boom, 1021 shows up and all of a sudden we're looking at Frankie and Senor Pink in a bar, and Frankie's having like a good cry while Senor Pink is drinking, and I'm like, damn, ForneverWorld really speaking shit into existence. Okay, let's see. Big shit's gonna happen. Luffy's gonna get his next gear transformation within the next couple months or so. It's gonna happen. I'm speaking that shit into existence. But the chapter opens up with Robin versus Mario. We cut back to that, and I ain't gonna lie, I was really hyped. I'm glad too that Oda didn't play around with this one for the majority of the chapter, minus a couple of pages. It was all straight up seeing Robin throwing down. It wasn't a cheap battle. It wasn't an easy battle. It wasn't anything of the sort, because at the end of the day, we gotta put things into perspective. This is a Tobi Roppo. At the end of the day, I didn't want to just see like, hey, one hit KO or anything like that. There was a challenge, there was a struggle, it made sense, it was logical. In general, it just like, it was awesome. But we'll go through it, because Robin's there with her giant arms, and I believe it's called Sea Serpent Snapdragon, and yo, it looks already deadly to begin with in this fight. Like the very opening, as it starts, it's like, holy shit, here we go. And like I just finished saying a few seconds ago, this is not an easy battle, because immediately Mario's like, oh, I ain't going down without a fight, fam, and just starts stabbing Robin's arms. And I'm like, damn, okay, Oda, you making Robin really go through it, huh? This isn't gonna be an easy one for our girl at all, by any means for that matter, huh? Because yeah, she's getting the beats at the same time, because Mario realizes that even though like these giant arms are there or whatever, if she stabs them, she's actually hurting Robin's real body, and on top of that, she got poison on her. So again, Oda making sure that this is not an easy battle. In fact, obviously, like I've said before, none of the Straw Hats at this point have had any easy battles in Wano. Again, you know, you go back to the ulti battle, how many times Nami and Usopp got clapped on that one with ulti in page 1. Luffy, he took 2 L's. Like, now that I think about it, I wonder, maybe that's why we have seen certain things. Like, I know a lot of people have been a bit frustrated with Luffy taking L after L against Kaido and Wano, but maybe that's purposeful. Maybe Oda, with every Straw Hat, he wanted to make sure to showcase, like, no, almost every Straw Hat has taken L's in Wano and had to regroup. Again, Luffy taking multiple L's, Nami and Usopp taking multiple L's. Robin, she took a beating during this chapter. It wasn't easy. So, again, I think that's Oda just demonstrating that, no, Wano is not going to be a cakewalk. We're not going to, finish off the Tobi Roppo with one punch on some, friendship type of shit. No, I'm going to show you a really good fight. And again, for the series that is criticized, because how many times does Oda get criticized of like, oh, he doesn't do the fights right and shit like that. Yeah, this was prime. And then when Maria apprehends Robin and she has like her arms spread out there, I ain't gonna lie, it looked like the beginning of a hentai scene. I was like, Oda, where are you going with this? When I first read the first time around, I'm like, Oda, really? All the arms? Y'all know what they say about anime, the tentacle, all that hentai shit. Like, really? We're really gonna do this to Robin right now? How dare you, Oda? How dare you, you mad lad? And when Maria's like, I'm a fighter, you know, and I ain't showing mercy to anybody, and she puts on those brass knucks there, I'm just kind of like, holy shit. Again, this is demonstrating why she's a Tobi Roppo, like putting on brass knucks. Like, have we seen that in One Piece before? Somebody, especially a female at that, putting on brass knucks. Like, yo, this chapter was very woman-centric, and also, again, a great fight, showcasing that even the side people, you know, the Tobi Roppo and shit, are the real deal, the real McCoy. And it was a little tough to read, I'm not even gonna lie, just a smidge tough to read. When Maria is on top of Robin, she is pounding on her face, beating the dog shit out of her. And there was a certain panel where I was like, if they animate this like straightforward like that, that's gonna be tough to watch even more so in the anime. Like, it was a little tough to watch in the manga or reading the manga. It's going to be very tough to watch in the anime, because after a certain point of her getting pounded out by those, you know, brass knucks and Maria on top of her and shit, Robin like holds her face or some shit like that, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of cringed for a moment, not like an embarrassment, but just kind of like, oh my god, it's hard to see, it's hard to watch this shit, like, no, because it just felt almost like a real fight. Again, Oda taking out some aggression here, fam. Like, it felt like a real battle. Like, yeah, if somebody's getting the shit punched out of them with some brass knucks, you're gonna eventually hold your face, even if you're a G like Robin. However, Robin dissipates into petals, which thank god, because yo, if it would have kept on going like that, it would have been a short-lived little, you know, comeback for Robin, so to speak. But Robin continues to go in, and even though there's like flammable threads, which again, it almost felt like to a certain degree, and thankfully it didn't go that direction, but it kind of felt like it was going to lead into, which now I think about it, pacing wise, I don't know if it would have been a good or a bad thing, because I thought genuinely the fires that was going on, because again, we got like these flammable threads and all this shit going on, I thought eventually like everything was just going to start burning down around them, and that would have made sense of how the scenery was going to, you know, burn to ash, so to speak, the same way Kaido did to like a whole bunch of other people, you know, destroying Odin stuff or whatever. I thought that that was going to be the catalyst to that, but considering, like, you know, we see later on in the chapter what Robin does and shit, I guess Oda has other plans, and it's not going to be that quick, because again, we still got another battle yet again with Luffy and Kaido, which will probably be the finale. But yeah, that was kind of a little bit interesting again, of I felt like that was set up, but then Oda again pulled the wool over our eyes, so to speak. And shout outs to Maria also making sure that, like, okay, not only is she giving her a physical battle, but she's playing mind games. Again, I talked about this before, but I gotta say, I gotta stress all the shit talking that she's doing, that psychological warfare where she continues to talk shit to her, trying to make her feel worthless. Like, what happened to this won't take long, and you standing up for that pathetic black leg, because she imagines they're like, hey, you know, if you came to defend your friend, if I talk shit about your friend, it's gonna throw you off game. So again, just every time, and I know I've been kind of repetitive with it, but just demonstrating more and more that the Tobi Roppo, especially, you know, Black Maria herself, is not nothing to fuck with, not a joke and not a pushover, because yeah, these fights need to go this way. If any one of these Tobi Roppo fights are very easy, little quick, like, it's nothing, then what the hell was all the build up and hype for Kaido's people, Kaido in general and shit? No, they gotta be this way. And again, even small little instances of her just talking shit to throw Robin off is useful. I mean, granted, Robin ain't on no, you know what I'm saying? Like, Robin ain't a weakling like that. She been through a lot of shit. You ain't gonna just throw her off by saying, yo, your friend's a bitch. Like, yeah, we kind of know Sanji could be a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, let me not do the Sanji slander. Oda's done enough of that. Like, no! And when she said, what, you need the skeleton to put out the flames? And Brooke was like, bitch, I'd advise you to run. When Brooke was like, yo, I don't know what you're doing. You're doing all that mouth right here. I think you should run right now. That just also demonstrates something that Oda's been trying to make sure he establishes with all of this regarding Robin showing up for Sanji. The fact of friends trusting in friends to get it done. Sanji trusted, and it took a lot for him to do that, but Sanji trusted Robin to come and save his ass and, you know, take on Maria for him. And then Brooke is trusting Robin like, oh, you think I need a helper? You think I need to jump in? You should run. Again, Oda just connecting the webs of what he's been starting since this whole bout began. And Maria's rhetoric of basically trying to shit on Robin, saying, again, you're just a tool for your mind. They don't care about your arms and legs. They don't care about your combat abilities, which, again, you could throw the argument in terms of not for the Straw Hats, because we know that they actually genuinely care. But in terms of the narrative, like, yeah, Robin hasn't been a combative person in terms of physical capabilities for a long time. Like, we don't expect Robin to have this masterfully done fight or very hard and intense battle. We don't expect that. Usually, again, it's just Robin is like, okay, she's gonna read something about the poneglyphs. Maybe she might kick a little bit of ass, but nothing intense. So when Maria is saying that, I think it's more so a commentary on what maybe some of the fandom might think about Robin, in terms of that's not the way you would see her. And then Oda's like, I'm gonna show you how I want you to see her now. But that flashback, oh my god, considering we haven't seen the Revolutionary Army in like ages, it feels like, and we haven't seen Sabo since, you know, whatever the heck happened with him, that cliffhanger and shit like that, and Koala and everything. I was so so hype about that. And then even seeing Robin in that flashback looking like, wow, Oda, what are you doing right now to me? Oh, because the flashback starts with Koala talking to Robin saying, yo, you need to learn how to throw a punch or a forced palm attack or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get you a little bit strong, because I am imagining at that point during that flashback, like maybe they were midway towards the end of their journey together, because that's obviously taking place during the time skip, and they knew, because they mentioned throughout the chapter or throughout that flashback, that at some point, you know, we're not going to be there to protect her and stuff like that. She's got to learn how to fight herself. So I'm imagining again that was knee deep into Robin being with them and, you know, kind of getting close to them a bit. And I'm just saying, Robin, you should have took Sabo up on his offer. I'm just saying, when Sabo offered, yo, I could teach you how to do the dragon claw fist, like, you want to learn my abilities, like, Robin, Sabo's that dude. You should have took his offer. I'm just saying. Probably one of my favorite panels of the entire chapter is Robin just smiling there, and she's like, well, if you insist, you could teach me one of those palm attacks. I'm just like, oh my god, Oda, you woo. I need a minute, Robin. Woo. Okay, let me stop. Let me relax. Like, now you bugging, Fornev. Relax. And apparently she was taught the Demon Fishman Karate Palm attack, which again, right there, this should give you a little bit, because you're going to be thinking like, okay, how was Robin able to take on somebody from the Tobi Roppo on her own, for that matter? And where did this technique come from? Once you get the backstory that this came from two people from the Revolutionary Army, Sabo and Koala, then yeah, it's going to immediately make you think, well, if she learned this technique from them, some of the strongest out there, and this is what her time skip training, you know, brought forth in terms of combat capabilities, yeah, it made sense that she could take out Maria. It's been a tough battle, yeah, and oh my god, what it led to. Well, for starters, Robin clears up something that again I thought was going to happen, because she starts immediately with her giant palms attacking the ceiling, basically stopping the fire from spreading and putting out the fire in general, with the, you know, hitting the ceiling and everything falling down, which again I thought that was going to be a catalyst to other stuff happening, but Oda has other plans, like I said. And then Robin does Demonio Flor and says, I can be a demon if I have to, and oh my god, it looks so sick. Honestly, nobody in the Straw Hats has any type of combat capability or any type of techniques or anything like that is even close to what Robin just did. Like, this is very, very special to Robin, and it also makes sense. The person that, like, just look at Robin's character and everything she's been through, her character makes sense to have something like this, because she's been like, you know how they say don't poke the bear? Her whole life they've been poking the bear. They turned her into a bear, an innocent little girl that people kept shitting on her, people kept betraying her, people kept doing wrong to her, from fandom to everybody, seeing, you know, her family, her mother die, Saul D. Jaguar, like everybody that she saw die in front of her, and she had to keep on smiling. After a certain point, it's going to build up in you. Yeah, you are going to be a demon at some point, because you're going to be like, how much more can I keep going tere she, you know what I'm saying? After a certain point, we ain't no more tere she, it's, I'm going to fucking kill you. And when Robin said that, you could see the fear on Maria's face, because then following that, which very, very brutal, and I believe it's an RIP, which absolutely insane, because Robin hits her with the Grand Jacuzzi Clutch, and seemingly she broke Maria's neck. It looked like she killed Maria right there. Like, what? Yo! If she really killed Maria right there, like she broke her neck and Maria's dead at that point, Oda went dark. Robin went dark. It's fitting for her character, because again, Robin's the most mature Straw Hat in general. Like, she's more mature than anybody on there. Even, well, I don't know, maybe Jinbei gives her a run for her money, but again, a mature person that has had enough, and you know, you keep fucking with a person, you can only poke somebody for so long till they're gonna swing back, and Robin did. And again, if she killed Black Maria there, I gotta say that, ooh, she might actually have surpassed Frankie for me in this arc, just because she took it a step further and said, no bitch, you're done, it's over. And either way, that was an epic moment. That was one of the most epic looking moments, most darkest moments of Wano so far for me personally. Just like Robin was just like, yo, you ain't Tanjiro, you ain't slaying this demon, bitch. And also, I gotta commentate that the art for that panel in general looked awesome as well. Robin looking like a demon and shit. It was just all around fantastic. And then those ghouls of Maria are trying to creep around to see, hey, what happened with her? And when they look around, it looks like she's dead there. So again, it might be RIP one of the Tobi Roppo, thanks to our girl, Robin Chuan. And I love too how they got scared. They're like, eek, a demon. Like, yeah, bitch. Y'all want to play some more? But then we get another epic Brook moment. Like, man, yo, some of the Straw Hats really have been hitting hard body this arc, because like even Brook again has another epic moment where he just slays all of those ghouls there. He's like, oh perfect, y'all lined up for me, great. And he hits them with orchestra, and that panel as well, that page in general looked freaking fantastic, that Brook drawing and shit. Like, man, Oda was hitting in this one. But it also showed that there's a cost to Robin using that power, and the ass whipping that she took from Maria. I'm imagining she lost some blood and shit like that, because she faints and Brook catches her. After that she says, hey, I'm tired, and falls out, which, okay, yeah, there has to be a cost. It can't just be that she's just demon that can snap necks and you know, you can't do nothing to her. So there's a little bit of a give and a take with that new capability that Robin has, and I hope in the future down the road we see more of Robin throwing down, whether it be the big war that's to come with the world government, whatever it is. I want to see Robin throw it down. That shit was hype. But for the final couple pages, or is it 2 pages, 1 page, I forget, we see Caribou there, and he's watching basically as Luffy is trying to replenish himself on some Saiyan shit, just eating up a storm. I think it was somebody had an ability like they could have endless food coming out, and Luffy is just there chowing the hell down. Basically, again, like I've said before, I'll say it again, reminded me very reminiscent of Goku. Even you could argue in Z as well, like just the way the Saiyans, they eat and they feel replenished, and Goku will be like, I'm ready to go. Yeah, standard trope, but it works, I guess. Why not? Although I will say, damn, like, yo, you take an ass whipping from one of the Yonko at Kaido and you eat a couple of, you know, steaks and you good. But a big lead up and a big setup, because Momo is there talking to Shinobu, and he's basically pleading with her, use your ability on me, your ripe fruit, to turn me into an adult so I could possibly turn into a giant dragon and head up there, because again, Luffy, you know, he wants to go up there with Momo. That is going to be sick if she uses her ability on him and she's like, yo, you're going to be a kid in the mind still, like, you know what I'm saying? But that would be hype, and also would make sense and gain a lot of admiration and respect, because again, if this battle ends up with Luffy and Momo right there and everyone witnesses it, that's going to ultimately lead everybody to, oh no, we're following Momonosuke, especially if he's no longer a little brat. If he's a grown-ass man there, they're going to follow him. Now granted, it would be a little bit weird because he's going to have a, oh my god, I wonder if he's going to try and take advantage, and it ain't gonna work. Like, he's gonna try and give Nami a hug and be like, hey, don't you remember? And she's gonna be like, you a grown man now, fuck that shit. But yeah, honestly, fantastic chapter, interesting setup at the end regarding Momo, and I could imagine that that's going to happen, because it just makes sense again. Like, everything is starting to come full circle and what it needs to be. You need Momo there to avenge his father and to continue the Kozuki clan and kind of give it that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Luffy allows it to look to a certain degree like Momo got the final hit, and Momo is ultimately the winner and the one that defeated Kaido to begin with. It would make sense for Wano that their ruler, their new leader, is the one that took out the person that, you know, betrayed and fucked up Wano for many years. But I'm curious what you guys thought about this. For starters, is Maria dead? And also, what do you thought about Demon Robin? That shit, oh my god, talk about getting your rocks off. She learned demon capabilities from freaking Sabo and Koala from the Revolutionary Army. Our girl Robin. Your thoughts in general of that fight, how you think that's going to go down with Momo, you know, possibly turning into an adult, with Shinobu using the ripe fruit on him. We're gonna have like a big giant dragon. You think, like, yo, that'd be kind of sick to see him in like a giant dragon form versus Kaido, although it would be hilarious if he's an adult but he still only turns into that tiny little pink dragon. That'd be funny and ironic as shit, and I could see it happening. And your overall thoughts and expectations with One Piece chapter 10, 22 and beyond. Robin greatness. Who's the MVP right now? Frankie or Robin? Frankie or Robin? Let me know. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And one more time. Robin greatness. Our little demon. She did her thing, yo. R.I.P. Maria. Rest in peace, whatever. You stepped to the wrong one, bitch. Have an awesome one.
So just go to find me.